今日好似全日都冇撳過，我已經最強英啊！
你冇撳啊嘛？
你全日都冇撳到喎。
咩係你噶嘛？
但你都唔撳。
最強英雄係你噶最。
但你有啊，你都有。
我唔撳唔得閒撳點撳？
邊個啊？Run that back turbo. I made the W NBA. 呢個咧？睇你揀一個啊！誒，爸爸你而家嗰個係 perfect。爸爸你而家係 perfect。
Businessman, I pop my collar. Must be a scholar.
呢個啦，你揀咗啦。
Yeah, I'm jogging to the bank. Captain of the ship and we won't sink. Give 100 total.
呢個啦。
Work hard now, we finally seen a change. My brothers keep it deeper than a chain.
點解你有呢個咁嘅特嘅？
Just like Fendi got a thing. And I'm dripping like a sink, yeah. These BBS's make you blink, yeah. Yeah. I connected all the dots. Put that foreign out that lot. Move the family to the docks. Put some diamonds in my watch. Ballin' like a big shot. Ballin' like a big shot. Ballin' like a big shot.
好，開波。
開波。
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll see the 90s team and the Chicago Bulls. Now the starting group for the visitors. Malone is out there with Pippen. Then it's Olajuwon. Then it's Stockton. And it's Jordan in at the 2 guard. Rodman kicks to Rose. They get it back. Now here's Malone.
Wait,
He can't get that one. Jordan with some nice D. Chicago with the ball. There's Rose with the 3. And again, Chicago. No good. Ripped away. Here's Rodman. Malone with some nice D.
Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
Here's Stockton. Here's Jordan. Nice D from Pippen.
And Pippen is a rugged defender, has tremendous length, and that helps him cover a lot of ground.
Here's Rodman. Here's Gilmore. Olajuwon trying to break free. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Chicago shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Here's Pippen. The 90s team keeping it alive with a new 14. On its way from Rose for 2, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
Well, the rise and fire, now money in the bank for Derrick Rose. What beautiful development of the jump shot.
And there's Karl Malone on the assist by Stockton.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Pippen misses. The 90s team on offense. Over Rodman. Here's Jordan. That's it. He found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, high percentage look for Jordan. It has every move you could ask for in the painted area.
Pippen with the steal. Elijah one with it. Guarded now by Dennis Rodman. 2 points. That one goes.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Gilmore. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Bulls shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better, mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance. You just don't realize how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. And that was sweet.
Here's Pippen. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Yeah, you gotta love the recognition there. Stockton just so unselfish, always looking to find the open man.
Pippen, no luck. Stockton passes to Jordan. Rodman with the block. Here's Pippen. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, Pippen using those long arms inside to get shots off. Feels like no one can guard him down low.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Malone can't hit.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Stockton, just a remarkable point guard. Lights out shooter and an even better distributor.
It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls, so Chicago ends up going with the new group. And Stockton drops them both. Here's Chicago. Armstrong with it, tries from 10. Here's Noah, lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
That's a big-time offensive rebound and conversion. The passion of Noah on display again.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Gary Payton, he's checked in for John Stockton.
And it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just fends off the D with ease.
Inside, here's Noah. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Drexler. And it's Chicago with the rebound. 1:37 left to play here in the first. Here's Sloan. No good that time. So it's the 90s team now, trailing by 2. The 3 from Drexler drills the 3-pointer.
And how about O'Neal zipping passes over to his guys, using that height to find open teammates.
Sloan in the corner. He feeds it to Long. David Robinson with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Payton, that's good. 59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The kick outside to Butler. No good from outside. Right side Hill. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And they get it. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length. Yeah, the defender all over him.
Chicago shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And the 90s team making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Payton gets the bucket.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Love, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
To the middle. Here's Shaq. And he uses the glass on the layup. Shaq's got his second basket.
And O'Neal, just a brute on the block, simply overpowers the opposition.
The kick outside to Butler. Throws it from outside. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. The 90s team leads by 4. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen so far from the 90s team, guys, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Hang out there with Grant. Then there's Armstrong. Then it's Kukoc, and it's Butler in at the shooting guard position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. The three from Hill. Here's Shaq. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. O'Neal's got the lead up to 8 now for the 90s team. Shaq's gotten everything to drop so far, shooting 4 of 4. Here's Armstrong. It's blocked by Shaq. And here's the fast break. Here's Hill. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Chicago. Michael Jordan, he's checked in for Butler. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Armstrong. And then for the 90s team, Scottie Pippen's checked in for Hill. And it's Jordan in for Gary Payton. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Rose, no good.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself on his ability to shut you down.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. One guy has been getting it done is Shaquille O'Neal.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
Bulls trail by 10. And the rejection by Pippen.
And it's always been about the effort defensively for Pippen, known as a stopper and a fantastic shot blocker to boot.
And 3 from Jordan. Tony Kukoc comes up with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the 90s team leads by 10. Rose in the post, and the layup is good. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
Boy, what a warrior Derrick Rose is. This guy gets buckets through contact out there. So tough.
And so it's Dang bringing it up for Chicago. From deep three-point range, Gilmore, no good. Gilmore's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. Chicago grabs the miss. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Dang can't get it to go.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And it's Pippen missing. Bulls trail by 8. And it's Rose penetrating. Lays it up off the glass. Rose has got 8.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot.
Rose has gone 4 of 8 from the floor, 50% on the night, and it's blocked by Jordan.
And one of the league's most effective shot blockers from that guard position. Jordan can do it in help defense or on the ball.
Kukoc from outside. That shot missing. So the 90s team will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. It's deflected, and he recovers it. Hardaway for 3. Poked loose and stolen by Jordan. Here's Rose. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it'll be the 90s team with their first time out of the game right here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Sloan. Been against Malone. Sloan dishes to Rodman. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. The 90s team on offense. 4-point game. Malone kicks to Pippen. Can they get it? It's hauled in by the Bulls. Gilmore's got his 5th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
How about that team-first mentality that Sloan brings to the game, that does a little bit of everything on offense and plays with a ton of passion defensively.
Chicago shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. That free throw good from Sloan. Sloan hits them both.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Out to the right wing. Here's Malone. From outside, off the mark. And the Bulls with possession. Big stretch here going 10-2. Rodman with the ball. Picked up by Elijah Wan. Elijah Wan with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Elijah Wan does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter. And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
For 3, Pippen. And it's Malone with the rebound. So it's the 90s team now. They lead by 4. Got a hand on it. Rodman against Elijah Wan. Down low. Here's Gilmore. The shot, no good. Good work defensively by Drexler. Gilmore's gone 1 of 4 so far. Here's Malone.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Here's Rose. Makes it off the glass. Rose has got 12 points in the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Malone. That's tipped.
This has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Sloan. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Kevin, the vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others, and this guy is so tough to deal with.
It's Pippen on the wing. And it's Sloan with the rebound.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
But they'll get another chance. And he can't bank that one in. The pass to Drexler. Misses from close range.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for Chicago. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this.
Anh đi kiếm cái gì? Lấy à? 邊個？喺你屁！3分球，輪到我了。你阻住咗我，又係我3分球，又係我，做咩喺呢邊接啊我？嚟！打落去！哎呀，呢個第二節，贏！接都接唔到，哎呀，呢個頭先呢個我頂啊！繼續。
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Kind of like what Rose has done in this one so far.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Teams all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the 90s team. They've got Malone. Jordan is out there with John Stockton. Then it's Olajuwon, and it's Pippen in at the small forward. A nice shot by Stockton.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Rodman. Malone with the steal. Here's Stockton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Rose. And he can't get the first one. So he can't get either to fall.
Well, that's not the result I would have predicted. Usually you can take those to the bank when he's at the line.
Jordan with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. The shot's good from Jordan.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Olajuwon, true on the 14-footer. Olajuwon's got his second basket of the game.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Outside Rose. Michael Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's blocked by Jordan. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. So for the 90s team, Patrick Ewing's checked in for Olajuwon. Robinson comes in for Malone. And it's Hill in for Scottie Pippen. No good from Ewing. Chicago trailing here. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. It's good. And 6 points for Joakim Noah.
Now listen, physical play is not going to deter Joakim Noah. He can apply as much punishment as he absorbs.
Here's Robinson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. This is his first free throw of the game. No good on the free throw.
Yeah, and Robinson is a franchise-defining talent, a chiseled, powerful center, a remarkable leader.
Chicago making a switch here. Grant's checked in, and he's good on the second.
It should be a 2-point lead, but they'll be satisfied to have edged into the lead.
And the dunk by Grant.
And you know, that level of physicality that Grant brings inside is awesome to watch. He does a great job with finishing with that power above the rim.
No good from Jordan. Chicago leading. Grant the pass to Butler. Puts up a three. Tries again. No good from Grant.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Love's check in for Chicago. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, this guy is a fierce competitor. Noah has the same drive to win as his father, the great tennis legend Yannick Noah.
The Bulls have shot 6 of 7 at the line. That free throw, no good. No good on the second free throw. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Now Grant following Penny Hardaway's three-point attempt to the paint. Here's Noah with the second effort. And the dunk by Grant.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Now, here is Hill. He gets it in there. Hill's got 5.
Yeah, that quick first step that Hill has is just part of what makes him so special when he's driving the basketball. It's also his mindset. Now, no one's going to get in his way once he's on the move. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Hardaway. Love grabs the board. Hardaway has gone 2 for 8, shooting just 25% from the field. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 3.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And the 90s team calls time here. A minute 50 left to play in the third. Here's Drexler. Noah against Ewing. And it's Sloan with the rebound. The Bulls leading by 3. Here's Noah. And that one is off. Mourning with some nice D. And they're moving it up. Here's Ewing. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
Well, truth is, though, he's tall enough to get that off against anyone.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And it's good, 2 points.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Here's Chicago. It's a 1-point game. Here's Love and the dunk by Love.
Well, this is why Butler has become a real threat on the offensive end. Yes, he's a great scorer, but he is equally capable and adept at finding the open guy.
And the basket is good. And that's now 6 points for Jordan. And so it's Sloan with it. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
And funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Now, here's Butler, following the shot by Patrick Ewing. Nailed from three-point land. Sloan's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls. 26 seconds left to play here in the third. Stockton with it. He's picked up by Dang. So, it's the 90s team now.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Now Ewing. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Yeah, this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Pippen. He's out there with Rodman, and it's Gilmore in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Yeah, easy call.
And he makes the first. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here's Malone to the inside. Here's Olajuwon. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Here's Rodman. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Pippen with it. He's picked up by Pippen. The score now all even.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
It's Pippen on the wing. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
Yeah, this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Pippen for 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And Malone, he is huge at that forward position. Just a muscular phenomenon who just wrecks the opposition in the paint.
Inside, here's Rodman. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Well, as much scoring as Jordan does, the only thing he really cares about is that the team wins.
Good. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
And here's Rose outside. Olajuwon grabs the miss. Olajuwon's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Jordan. Kept alive. Here's Malone. Cans the 12-footer.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
Pass to Pippen. Here's Gilmore. Over Olajuwon. That one's good, and the 90s team lead is cut down to a point with the bucket from Gilmore.
And he's someone the defense should be keying on, especially in this moment.
I think he takes that kind of defense as a sign of disrespect, and he was more than happy to accept the challenge.
Now here's Jordan, following the miss by Michael Jordan. And it's Pippen missing.
You know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Now here's Jordan. Shoots the 3. And Pippen with the basket. The assist by Jordan.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Pippen dishes to Jordan. From the wing. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
They get it again. The kick out to Rose. 6 to shoot. Elijah grabs the miss. So it's the 90s team now. Here's Stockton. Here's Malone. That one doesn't go. Some solid defense from Pippen. Out of bounds will be the 90s ball. And the 90s team calls time here. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what the 90s team head coach said to his team. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
Oh, good look there as well. And this is what Hakeem's worked on. Pay too much attention to him, and he'll burn you with a nice find.
Rodman's shot is off. The 90s team on offense. Looking to get it going. And Jordan with the layup.
Yeah, putting the team on his back as he often does. The tighter the game gets, the more Jordan wants the ball.
Out of bounds will be the 90s ball.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's a 4-point 90s team lead.
And Stockton is simply one of the best, especially when it comes to finding people on the floor.
There's a minute 34 left in the game. Here's Rodman. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
And as a free throw shooter, Rodman has his challenges. One of those guys who almost shoots a better percentage from the field. He gets them to within one possession, but that miss puts a lot of pressure on their defense.
Back to Pippen. Here's the 3. Gilmore grabs the miss. Gilmore's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Rodman passes to Gilmore. And the layup falls.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Stockton left side. It's good.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Now here's Rose. And it's Malone with the rebound. Jordan inside. Guarded by Jordan. Over Jordan. Another shot. And no good. Rodman with the defensive effort.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste, Greg. Not at this point in the game.
Pass to Gilmore. Fires for 3. And it's Malone with the rebound. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Stolen by Pippen.
And you've got to do a better job of making sure the defender isn't in your space. I mean, if you're going to pump fake, you've got to make sure he doesn't have a chance for a steal. Boy, I'll tell you, there's an art to doing this. What's amazing is how often Jordan hits the clutch shot.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2. Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a trip.
等先，等先。最後秒鐘13分球，快出前贏波。
With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
Here's Rose, Malone with the block, and they get it back. So we see the 90s team get the win here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you later.
好啦，玩完啦，沖涼啦，可以沖涼佢，你沖涼先。係咪啊？你玩住佢，睇住先，自己玩住先啦。
I'ma have to move right past all of this. If you didn't get the news, don't flash, think you're moving too fast for all of